What's up, guys? So, you want to get stronger? I hear. Okay, you've come to the right place. So, strength is important. As a man, especially someone who considers themselves an alpha male, or someone who wants to become an alpha male, I believe being strong is a very important part of that. Now, in the history of man, the leader has always been someone who's been seen as a strong male, a strong man. In the history of time, the man was required to go out and hunt, chop wood, carry wood, and build houses, build shacks. And this is an important part, integral part of what being a man is, I feel. I feel it's important as a man to be strong. And it's something that we should all strive for. And don't be ashamed of wanting to be strong. Don't be ashamed of wanting to be stronger and bettering yourself in that aspect. So I'm going to outline the steps that you can achieve to become the strongest version of yourself and stronger than you are now. The first step to increasing your strength is you want to set a target. I've always had goals. I remember even my first year of training doing dumbbell chest press. There was a guy in my gym, I think he was a couple years older than me. This is my first year of training, and he was always doing the 30 kg, and I was always stuck doing the 20s or the 22s. And I thought one day I'd love to do the 30s. And I managed to accomplish that, and the next goal was hitting the 40s, and the next goal was hitting the 50s, and then beyond. The main point I'm making here is that I've always had a goal, a strength target to hit. That's the number one step in achieving anything, is setting that goal. I remember dreaming one day I would bench press 3 plates, so 140 kilograms. And that's something that I always admired. I always remember looking at people in the gym and, watching in awe with the guys who was benching 140, some of them easily. I just felt like I associated being strong with being big. So that's something that I always wanted to go for. I've got a couple goals now. They are being able to, number one, squat 4 plates comfortably. My personal best is only 2 reps, which is poor. For my size, I'm 5'10". Off season, I'm about 90 to 95 kilograms. I should be squatting 180 kilograms. I should be doing that for reps, like 8 reps, ideally. And I've got friends that are repping more than that, for fun. So that's one goal. Bench press, I'm quite happy with my bench. I managed to get a PB of 170. I like to get a PB of 180, and in my head I'd love to be able to bench 140 for 8 to 10 reps. That would be excellent work. And yeah, so just goals like that, just have that in your head, and maybe you're not always going towards that, but always have that as a goal that you want to achieve, and try and maintain your strength where you can. Obviously, if you're doing things like competitions, it's harder to maintain your strength, where you're playing with your calories. The more calorie intake you're having, the stronger you're going to be. Your body just got more energy to play with, versus if you're on a calorie deficit or you've been doing lots of cardio and you're feeling generally drained as you do it when you're preparing for a competition. Next, you want to set a time goal. Maybe you say, I want to achieve this goal by the end of the year. That way you can work backwards and figure out exactly the steps that you need to achieve this. So obviously the longer time you give yourself, the more chance you give yourself of getting it, of achieving it. But there's no rush, fellas. You're going to be training for years, right? You've got 50, 60 years ahead of you of training. So don't rush it. I guess, you're probably your strongest from ages 25 to 50. That is a complete guess. But I assume after a certain age, where your testosterone drops, your strength is going to drop as well. But for the most part, you've got years to practice and, get stronger. But you want to be getting stronger consistently. And that comes with pushing yourselves. It's easy to slack off in the gym. You could push yourself and put an extra plate on the bar for your squats, but you're not really feeling it today. And if you have too many days like that, your strength is going to wane. Like if you don't use it, you lose it. And that's bodybuilding and strength in a nutshell. Next, you want to be consistent. So you always want to be, as I said, as I touched on before, if you don't use it, you lose it. So you always want to be lifting heavy as you can. Obviously, you want to be smart, you don't want to injure yourself, so you don't need to max out at every opportunity, but there are ways you can get stronger without maxing out. So there's many programs available online that can help you achieve this. So for example, you can bench 80% of your maximum for a certain number of reps, and once you get that goal, your 1 rep max should have increased as well. I haven't personally tried this, but I know friends that have got great results training with this approach. I mean, I've never purely trained for strength. Strength has been a byproduct of the main goal for me, which was training for size. But you know, more time when I go to the gym, I'm just trying to have fun. You know what I'm saying? It's not anything crazy in terms of I'm trying to become Mr. Olympia. I'm just trying to have fun with my friends, or I'm trying to just unwind. I've got my music on, and you know, I want to lift big weights. I want to move big weights. I want to feel good. I want to release some tension and some frustration and some aggression on the weights. So, you know, versus me following a program, it's more just fun and, you know, wishing to do more. Last step, you want to train with a partner who is stronger than yourself. Now this has been the #1 way I have got stronger in the gym. For some reason, personally, when I see someone lift more than me and make it look easy, it just makes it seem so achievable. It's like, wow, this person's is like me. I might even be bigger than him. I might have more training experience than him. Or maybe he's, you know, just a bit bigger than me, or has just a slightly more training experience than me, and he's lifting way more than I can do. You know, it just encourages you that you can do it if you just put the work in. And also my competitive nature, I've always been into sports. I've always played team sports and like football, basketball, rugby. So I'm always trying to win. You know, I'm very competitive, so I always want to at least keep up and not embarrass myself. And just, yeah, like I said, just seeing it being possible, you know, can really help. And also when you train with a partner, you've got a spot. That is really important. One thing that really holds me back and can really hold you back as well, which I hope it doesn't, when squatting is, you know, if you don't have a spotter there, you might feel to ease back because you might be worried you might not get the weight up. Obviously, you know, there's sensible things you can do, like set the safety bars. So if you fail, you can fail safely. That's been probably the #1 way I've managed to increase my squat by myself, was trusting the safety bars, and I failed numerous times. And it's fine. If you can't get up, just slowly go down as low as you can until the bars hit the safety bars, and then climb back out, and then good to go. Unload the weights, pick the bar back up, load the weights, try again. So that's one way. Obviously bench press is a very tricky one. You need a spot for that if you want to test your strength, because you don't want to get trapped under the bar. It's happened to me, and you don't need it. You don't want to be there screaming for help, help me, help. You know, all composure gone, all swag gone. I've seen the biggest guys crumble. The meanest guys that don't say hello to anybody, just bopping through the gym like they're the guy, and I'm seeing them scream, help, help, help. But kudos to him, man. Put the ego to the side in that moment of need and got help. But yeah, a training partner is essential. Get one and watch your gains increase.